We had talked prior to the Oregon game. What really stood out to you in that win over Oregon for Ohio State?
So going into that game, I was asking myself the question of, okay, Ohio State's defense has a lot of NFL players on it, and they didn't play like NFL players the first time they played Oregon on October 12th. And they lost by 1 point in the game. They still could have won at the end there. So what happens if their NFL players start playing like NFL players? Well, I wasn't including Jeremiah Smith amongst those NFL players, but he looks pretty good. But also, this defense has really turned a corner in the second half of the season, and so that's what I saw. I saw an offense whose entire game plan is we have number four. Let's see if you can stop him. In a defense that it's very hard to move the ball on, and you put those two things together, and you in a blink of an eye, it's 21 to nothing at the end of the first quarter against Tennessee. It's 17 to nothing at the end of the first quarter against Oregon, and then you just never take your foot off the gas after that. And I'm not really sure what team out there is supposed to have an answer for that.
Yeah, the other thing is, so when you get the ball to Smith and their wide receiving core, now you've got to deal with Henderson and
Yeah.
Judkins too, who they're effective, but they're more effective when you get the ball to your playmakers in space, and then once they spread out a little bit, now those two gas you.
There's it sounds so logical, right? You're right. You get the ball
Yeah,
to your best players, and
yeah.
then it allows everybody else to do what they need to do. Granted, there is a world Ohio State could have lived in this year where they started games off by establishing the run and then building off the pass from that. But once their offensive line went to, you know what, just because of a lot of injuries, that has to change. And so it's been good to see Ohio State understand that, given what happened against Michigan. And now they're doing the opposite. They're establishing Jeremiah Smith, they're establishing Emeka Buka, and then you're starting to see them establish Travion Henderson and Quinshon Judkins because it opens that up as well. Because then once you have both of those things working in tandem and you have that balance that they're always searching for, plus a defense that's not giving up any points for the first quarter and a half of a game, that's a hard hole for anybody to climb out of.